Hi campers, I'm Shelton, an Oklahoma 4-H STEMist, and you're watching COVID Camp Day 3 Covering Check with Wearable Tech. The CDC Center for Disease Control and Prevention has recommended that face coverings should be worn when around people not in your household and when social distancing guidelines are hard to follow. Cloth face coverings most likely help to reduce the spread of COVID-19. Do not wear a face covering if you have trouble breathing or are under the age of 2. You may be wondering how face coverings help reduce the spread of COVID-19. Well, you see, when you wear a face covering, it is creating a barrier between your mouth, nose, and the outside elements. When you cough, sneeze, or raise your voice, respiratory droplets can leave your body and travel into the air. Wear a face covering that covers your nose and mouth to help protect others in case you're infected with COVID-19 but don't have symptoms. Today's activity is making our very own face coverings. There are 2 ways you can make one. One way involves sewing and the other does not. Now let's start out by making our non-sewing required. The no sewing required face covering, the materials you will need is a bandana or an old t-shirt or square cut cloth approximately 20 inches by 20 inches. You'll need 2 rubber bands or 2 hair ties and scissors. The first step, if using an old t-shirt, is to cut your material in 20 inch by 20 inch square. Then your second step will be to fold the cloth material in half. Fold the top half down towards the middle and then your bottom half up towards the middle. You will then take your rubber bands and place them on either end, keeping it about 6 inches apart. Your last step is to fold the sides of your cloth material to the middle. Take the left side and fold it 1/3 of the way in and the right side 1/3 of the way in. Then tuck the 2 folded sides together. Now that we've made our no sewing required, let's go over to my friend Pat's house. If you have a sewing machine at home and would like to sew a mask, we have an additional video that further explains this process, so go check it out. Now let's test how well our face coverings work. Parent supervision required. All you will need is a candle and something to light it with. Your first step is to light your candle. Then, properly put on your face covering. Your last step is to try to blow out the candle while wearing the mask. Additionally, you can try using different masks and different materials to see what works best. You do not want to be able to blow out the candle. When you exhale, if air is being able to move through the face covering to displace or distinguish the flame, air particles are still able to penetrate your face covering. Improve upon your design by making another face covering of thicker material. Now to take off our face covering, we will follow these steps as stated by the CDC. You want to make sure that you are only touching the ear loops or ties. Stretch them from around your ear and fold the outside corners together. Then immediately place your face covering in the washing machine. We want to be sure to wash your face coverings after every use. Be careful not to touch your eyes, nose, and mouth when removing your face covering, and wash your hands immediately after. The CDC states that your face covering should be washed after every use. Your face covering can be included in your regular laundry. Use regular laundry detergent in the warmest water setting, appropriate for the cloth material. To dry your face covering, use the highest setting and leave it in the dryer until completely dry. Don't forget to go and fill out the Microsoft Forms or the Flipgrid. For more information about our camps, you can go to 4h.okstate.edu, and for more information regarding COVID, you can go to the cdc.gov.